Hello everybody, Andrew from A&J Gaming coming back at you with part 3 collection showcase. This is the just beautiful red binder. Should have started with the front on it, I know, horrible presentation. But this is just random old gold and some Arabian Nights and some just gold. Awesome stuff. Giving you guys a heads up, we are doing this remote. So if there's any background noise, I'm going to apologize. And likewise, if there's any glare, I'm going to try to fight that my best. But beautiful older cards, Phyrexian or Yawgmoth's Bargain. I don't know why I almost called it Phyrexian Bargain. Wasn't Yawgmoth tied in with the Phyrexian somewhere way back in the story? Maybe that was why. Anyway, Counterbalance. I remember that being ridiculous in Modern. Isn't that banned now? I don't know. I don't follow Modern. Everybody, I feel like I need to, because there's a lot of stuff I'm like, oh, I know this is cool in Modern. Why? I don't know. Oh well. Debtor's Knell. Huge, awesome fun in EDH. Let me see if I can get this on camera a little bit better. There we are. It's one of my favorite cards. There's going to be a deck tech featuring it soon, don't worry. Mirari's Wake, and of course, Mandatory Soul Rings and Tomb. Just like I said, this is old, this is gold. Acid Rain, kill all the forests. I honestly kind of miss them doing cards like this, because why can't they do it anymore? You know, as soon as you play it, you're only going to get one game with it before everybody decides to, you know, metaphorically beat you in the face. Let these cards exist. Let the players fight. Come on, we need more Magic-sponsored knife fights. And then, original Legends. Here we are. Angus Mackenzie, Mr. Fog on a Stick. Rasputin Hizazon. That's just a really freaking cool name. The original Umezawa that has absolutely nothing to do with Kamigawa block. Well, as far as I know anyway. We got the Bolas and I can't even read her name. Gwendolyn DeCourcy. Okay, cool. Got some Italian chicks in the game now. That's awesome. Need a little more diversity. Who cares about whatever race or plane they're from? We needed the Italians. All right, moving on. We got Mox Diamonds. Whole play set of them. Very nice looking. Maze of Ith, Tolarian Academy, Yavimaya Hollow. Again, you've probably heard me say this in every other video you've watched in this series. These cards are all in just really, really great condition. Yeah, there will be the occasional, like this one, a tiny little bit of wear on the edge. That's it. These cards are all very well kept, very good condition, and, well, very expensive, which is why I've never touched most of these before. I take that back. I might have touched a Caracas before, but that was just friend was showing it off. Can I get the glare gone? There it is. Vampiric Tutor, Lich. That is a lot of friggin' text. God, they need to load the text boxes up like that again. Kids are forgetting how to read. We need to get Magic the Gathering to sponsor. Learn to read, play old cards. Whole slew of Forks. Raging River, Falling Star. I'd probably be here all day if I tried to name every single card here, but Chain Lightnings, awesome art, really cool art on that genie. Storm World, this is actually a new one to me. This one I will make sure to read off. 1 red, Enchant World, which is just an enchantment by today's standards that just happens to affect the world. If any player has less than 4 cards in hand at the end of his or her upkeep, Storm World does 1 damage to that player for each card less than 4. That's really weird to see in red. I know a handful of black cards have similar effects. That's really cool. Gravity Sphere. Moving on to Ancient Tomb. Little EDH staple for you right there. Swords of Plowshares. Helm of Obedience. Just ridiculous stuff. And Mana Crypt, which I'm not even going to try to fight the glare on that one. Anybody who's played EDH knows what Mana Crypt is. It's... I don't want to say broken, but it's broken. I'm sorry. And that little paintbrush, if I'm remembering correctly, may I pull this out of the binder? Okay.
That's the book promo.
Yeah.
You had to buy the book and send away a paper in the bag, and they mailed it to you.
Yeah. I wonder if that's, I don't even think that's part of the reason for the value anymore, you know, for the newer ones, because it's such an overpowered card. It's basically the same thing as an Ancient Tomb. Almost, only it's a little more 50-50 on if it's going to hurt you or not. Free mana, it's awesome. More helms. I'm still jealous of the book promos. I missed a chance to get the Jace book promo years ago, and I'm still kicking myself for it because he spiked ridiculously shortly after. I'm pretty sure he's back down to a more manageable level now, but what do we have here? Jihad. Well, I bet that wouldn't get printed today. Shahrazad, definitely aren't going to ever print that again, even though I think it's the best card in the game. So here's how the card works. 2 mana, 2 solid white, sorcery. You guys pick your decks up, take the game over, spot play a whole other game. And then the loser loses half their life. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I know a friend who proxied one of these just because he wanted to be that guy, and 3 sub games later, it was bad. I mean, it was amazing. Yeah, print more of these. Cool. Elephant Graveyard. Tap to add a colorless or to regenerate an elephant or mammoth. Getting that out of the glare there. Come on. Come on. That is quality. We have so many elephants and mammoths dying needlessly. We need to get them back to life. Grim Monoliths. Pyramid. This is actually a new one for me. I've never seen this one before. It is 6 drop to play for a poly artifact. Does that mean that it doesn't have to be tapped? All right. 2 mana. Prevent land from being destroyed. Removes an enchantment from any land. They really did not like enchantments being on lands back then. This is what I'm learning now. City in a Bottle. Just, again, beautiful artwork. All this stuff. This is before people could use computers to do everything for them. Yes, eventually they were put onto a computer or uploaded in some fashion to be put on the card, but all this was done by hand. Like, take a look at these beautiful, page and a half of Wheel of Fortunes. This was all hand-drawn. This was time. This was care. I'm not going to crap on digital art. This is just a whole different level here. Beautiful, beautiful mountain from the dark. And
Arabian Nights.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Arabian Nights. The worst part is I stared right at that sword and I'm like, wait, is the dark sword or crescent moon? Well, I've now relearned that is Arabian Nights. Dark's the weird little crescent. I apologize for the brain fart. All right, zooming back out a little bit. Didn't realize it zoomed in on you. Eureka, just the weirdest looking wizard there. I don't even know what's going on with his face. Concordant Crossroads, Sylvan Library. The only reason I recognize half of these is EDH, and I was the only person I've ever known to play that in that. Sylvan Library is pretty much the same way. Berserk, I really wanted to just infect, beat them in the face, because who the heck's going to see that coming? I mean, you're not going to have very many friends afterwards, but it would be interesting, and it would happen at least once. Moving on, Psionic Blast. Okay, so it's basically Char, but in blue. When has blue ever had these effects? I know it had Prodigal Sorcerer, which you could tap to ping a couple things. Yeah, we need more effects like this in blue. I love color bent stuff. That's pretty much why I loved, what was it, Planar Chaos, that they had everything time bent and time spiral, and it was awesome. Ice Storm, destroy any 1 land for 3 mana. Jeez. I mean, I know green still has this, but it's like 4 mana to do it. Come on, let's bring back more degenerate, stupid stuff. City of Brass, Diamond Valley, the Efreet. The only reason I recognize this Efreet from anything is apparently for this Efreet, it was really common they'd get the artwork mixed up with the other, with this Efreet down here. Because I actually have a friend who has...
The revised version uses this artwork, but it should have been that artwork.
Yep. That is exactly it. I don't know why it's that crazy, but I don't know. I thought it was neat. And then, as I was informed right before filming, we have Juzum Jin. You can barely see it there, but there's a 2 colorless, 2 black for a 5/5 that does 1 damage to you during your upkeep. I was just informed that, well, one, I already knew that this artwork ridiculously, what's the word I'm looking for? Thank you, iconic. Very iconic for Magic, or at least a lot of the old products used to feature this artwork on it. I have an old box of cards that I got from a friend that has this artwork on it like 2 or 3 different times. But apparently, as of recently, his price has been spiking because people finally care about the iconic nature of it, or who knows. Either way, awesome card to see. Ali from Cairo. Island of Whack Whack. Okay, cool. Just, hey, tap it so flying creatures aren't going to hit you in the face. I like it. Moving over here, Time Twister.
That's why I don't have an unlimited, because I have an outful.
Yeah, that's a little more impressive. I think we can forgive you for not having the unlimited one.
I'll
And,
get it to it.
and Bazaar Baghdad. And yeah, I remember you were telling me this when it came out. Everybody's like, well, why would I want to draw 2 and then discard 3? But now this is crazy because people, maybe were there not cards for it back then to take advantage of it?
It wasn't really a thing.
All right. But now, of course, it sets up, you mentioned Delve, Dredge.
Right.
It sets up a whole bunch of different stuff now.
And you can just dig for cards.
Right. And then, well, I'm just going to move the binder for this one. Library of Alexandria. Tap to get a colorless or draw a card if you already have exactly 7 cards. Some of his extra moxes, because we saw those a binder ago, some of the other ones. Full set of Force of Wills. You know, the reason why a lot of people hate us blue players. Bribery, one of my favorite cards to throw at people. Just, hey, your deck's really fun. I think I'm going to play with it. Reset. Oh, man, that's awesome. Mana Drain. More blue shenanigans. And now he's not a huge fan of signed cards, but this Gauntlet of Might, he had to get signed back in, you said, late 90s, right?
94, 95.
Oh, geez, that's earlier 90s than I was remembering. Well, 90s then. Awesome, awesome cards. Again, like I said, probably twice already this video, great condition. More Dark Rituals. Wasn't this one of the artworks that actually caused some controversy around the game because mothers were worried? It was this Dark Ritual or one of the other ones where they were actually getting ready to perform the ritual. A whole bunch of mothers were actually complaining because they were worried their kids were going to get seduced into Satanism. Yeah, I can't remember which Dark Rit it was. I just remember, geez, I was alive when it came out, or at least when the controversy started.
Because it had that pentagram in the background?
Yep. Stuff like this with this Unholy Strength. I don't know. Whenever I get to editing, I'll throw a picture of the Dark Ritual I'm thinking of, because I just can't place the set, but I remember they had like an altar and they had a sacrifice getting ready to go down. And I remember...
probably the Ice Age one.
Yep, that would be it.
Sounds like it.
Terror, which was just terrifying. Okay, that was a really weak pun, and if I get like unsubscribed because of that, I don't blame you guys. Yogi's Will in a sinkhole. Lots of sinkholes. Lots of immaculate sinkholes, jeez. A lot of these white border ones you'll see a tiny little bit on here, that little speckling on the side. Well, congratulations, that's the only card with any of that on it. I've never seen white bordered cards so clean. I mean, I swear, even when they came out of the pack, they had crap on them. Or maybe I was just messy when I was a kid. I don't know. Yogmoth's Will. But again, just going through these old cards, maybe you're like me and you've never been exposed to them too much before. Okay, maybe you know Underworld Dreams because it's been reprinted a small handful of times. But hey, maybe this will inspire you guys to collect. Maybe it'll make you actually look at where the game came from. Maybe you'll start wondering where it's going, seeing how it's going. Hey, if you guys have any speculations or you can tell me where the game's going, please do, because I'm really no good at the lottery, but if you can tell me what's going to happen, I will absolutely put my money on it, if you're going to be right, because otherwise it's a waste of money. Mana Vaults. I can't read this from that far away. Cyclopean Tomb. I'm zooming in on this one. That is just really nice artwork there. That is beautiful. More duels, the original ones, the ones that everybody loves. Badlands. Moving on, this is a crap ton of Scrublands on this page and this one, then another Badlands. Tropical Island, aka the what Birds of Paradise wished it was, or Volcanic Island. Well, I wish I could read. Bayou. Savannas, full page of them almost, full page of Plateaus. Very, very nice looking cards. More Plateaus and some Taigas up there stretching into. If those are Taigas, I had to just double check because knowing my luck I'd miss it. Stretching onto this page. Yeah, this is the the island that I was making the joke about before, so just superimpose that joke right over these because that's what I meant. Okay. Moving on, full page of Tundras. Just again, man, I gotta say thank you for letting me make these videos with you. Thank you for showing these off, and Congratulations on keeping such an immaculate collection. But this has been part 3. Part 4 is going to be a little different than flipping through binders. Join us for that in about, well, 5 minutes for me whenever I finish uploading this for you. Till then, Andrew out.